Alright, we are back on the road. We were ready and leaving camp at 10:30. We went to leave and drove out of the campground, but we had a problem with the brakes. We haven't had a problem with the brake controller for a long time, but it was like locked on and it wouldn't work, and then it wouldn't release, and then we had to pull over in the Days area of the Mountfield National Park and try and figure it out, because we couldn't go without brakes working. And of course it's happening in the you know, hilly areas of Tassie. That's how calmer is, I think. Anyway, we got it working to a point, but still not 100% confident that it's not going to just go again. So we're only going maybe an hour. I'm just having a look in the camps book now to see roughly where we can go that's not too hilly, where we can just spend the afternoon trying to fix it. So we're in a bit of a down mood at the moment, because we've already got so much stuff we've got going on, and just, you know, this has just added another layer to it. So anyway, show you the view. It's pretty nice. We're looking at the mountains.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
This was not the plan. We were not planning a dirt road.
No, not even a little bit.
Oopsies.
Just going up from 220 metres. We're now up at 593 metres. Truck's done well. The road's not been too steep. It's been like steadily up. Yeah, so that's pretty good of the truck. Like, it's the reason I picked this route, because it wasn't like super steep, but wasn't planning on dirt. I mean, the truck's fine with it. But...
It just means we put the caravan through some dirt, really. And the road has been narrow. We've been like, both of us have been looking for cars around the bend as best we can. So kind of a narrow road.
Driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
What are you doing?
Just found some firewood.
It's a good one.
Chopped up a lot of it. All the smaller stuff. I mean, I could have done big stuff, but I only found small stuff, so there you go.
Ready for our first fire in Tassie.
It's been a long time. I think it's like midway up bloody WA since I last used the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably been 4 months.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's a good spot for our first fire though, in Tassie.
Perfect on the lake. Let's get it going.
So we are welcome, I guess, to the Central Lakes kind of area. We're at the Bronte Lagoon free camp. When you go along the lagoon, you get to the sign that says camping. There's a boat ramp camping area. Keep going along, there's the lagoon camping area. And when you get to that, there's a small area that only fits maybe 3 setups. 2 would be waterfront and then 1 would be back behind. And then there's actually a track just as you turn in. It's like a one-way track down. We walked it, found the spot all to ourselves. I'll show you it. It's a bit dodgy. We are going to probably have to reverse back out of it. That's what I mean by like a one-way kind of track. But this is it. So yeah. That's the track down. And so that's the track down. And we've reversed the van back up as far as we can so we can unhitch to take the truck out for a day trip. There's this turning kind of bit here behind, but it's not going to be big enough, we don't think, for us to turn around. So we'll drive back forward and then reverse out. We've analysed that, but there was kind of, it was about 3:30 and we're like, let's just take this and we'll be able to get out. It's just not going to be obviously the easy way out. And we get it all to ourselves. With water views right there. It's exactly what we were looking for. We wanted a lake camp for tonight. We wanted to be able to have a fire. We wanted some peace and quiet because we've had a bit of a hectic day. So yeah. And this is starting the fire. I've cleaned up the van, unpacked, and it's about 5 o'clock. So fire for a bit, maybe half hour, and then we'll start some dinner. Ari's doing her thing. But yeah, show you the view. Sorry, entertaining herself. Got the view out the Aria. The view out all the windows. Aria's taking it a pleasure to mess up my bed that I've just made. She knows that annoys me. Yeah. Anyway, might send the drone up while it's clear. What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
Pork, corn, carrot, broccoli.
What kind of pork though?
Pork ribs.
Mm-hmm. And his dad, his dad, the master of spice rub.
Yep.
Did I nail it?
No nugget.
Did you nail it?
I nailed it. It's a dry spice rub. Salt, pepper, brown sugar, paprika, cumin, coriander powders, garlic and onion powder. And then you just pull the ribs out, whack it all on, cover it in the dry spice rub, cover it in foil, cook it on the barbecue for an hour and a half, pull it out, chuck it on the barbecue like uncovered for 5 minutes. Job done.
Bob's your
Look
uncle.
at that, like
Bloody perfect. Here, have some meat on a bone. This is pretty much perfect. I wouldn't want to fall in though. The water's cold. The only ripples are in the water from the boat. It's pretty much glass. I jumped on it early this morning so that the wind didn't pick up like yesterday. Have a little paddle and then go back and do some work, I think. Always good to balance it out between work and fun. What a spot! It's awesome. Good morning. This morning at about 6ish, we woke up to complete cloud cover, fog on the lake. We were amongst the clouds, which is really cool, but it was also really bright white, and it woke me up really early. You can see it's still across the other side. That was just literally all the way over to our van, surrounding us on each side. It was crazy. It was the weirdest thing. Anyway, I woke back up at 8 o'clock and it is absolutely magical here this morning. You can't hear a thing. Okay, maybe you can hear our diesel heater because it's cold. And the birds. But look how still the lake is. And I'm just sitting here watching the cloud continue to roll over the other side. It's pretty special. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to check a time lapse up and see if we can capture those clouds rolling on by. Aria's in watching TV so that I can have some peace and quiet. Dan's still asleep. I'm just going to sit and enjoy this one. Hello, we have relocated to the Derwent Bridge area, just a little northwest of Tarraleah and where we were at Bronte Lagoon. We have unhitched at the river camp, free camp, just out of town a little. Tell you more about that later, because right now we're at Lake St Clair, heading down to the jetty for our first little look at the visitor centre. And we'll have a look at Australia's deepest lake. So we walked around to the jetty and then we continued around to the right of the jetty a little bit along the lake and had a look around the corner. And then we decided to come back towards the visitor centre and take a walk to the lookout platform and beach. Now when we've walked down onto the beach, we decided, then it was like, the sun's kind of trying to glow, it's kind of nice, I'll try and take photos, see what happens. And then looked down as he was walking towards the water, there was a tiger snake. There's a sign of warning here in a couple of spots about the tiger snakes. And definitely exist here. Be aware. And I'm keeping a very close eye on it because it's slithering around. It's gross. Alrighty, as promised, we have relocated to the King William Campground, National Park Campground. The turnoff is on the left as you come out of Derwent Bridge towards Queenstown, about 1.7 k's out. There's a track down. It's a one-lane track down. There is access to get back out onto the main road that one way. However, that last turn is tight. But if you do come across somebody trying to go out the other way, it's a little bit tricky. You do come to this river type thing with campgrounds all along the banks. Hopefully you can see that. Danny and I are like, it's pretty, it's different, but the dead tree stumps kind of make it look a little bit apocalyptic. Post-nuclear, Danny was saying. So it's a bit weird, but it's better than being parked up in a caravan park, in our opinion, which is your other option if you've got the pub in town there where you can park up at, but it is pretty close, like parked. So it's nice to be amongst nature. It's pretty quiet here. The road continues down. I don't know what it's like down that far. We didn't actually go that far down. We just kind of went and then went back to town for Lake St Clair. But yeah, it's free. National Parks Pass does apply to be able to camp here though, but if you're travelling around Tas, you've already got that anyway. To the wall at Derwent Bridge.
No videos or photos.
Yeah, no videos.
Allowed.
Photos allowed, which is fair enough. It's an artwork. It's a art museum, so you know what? We don't like people taking photos of temples photos when they were up in the gallery, so that makes sense. But it was impressive. $20 an adult, under 8 free. 8 to 17, I think, or 16 or something was $5.
It is expensive.
So it's on the expensive side, definitely. But it's also like nothing else we've ever seen, and absolutely amazing work of and workmanship and creativity, and yeah, we were just constantly like wowed, really. Even Aria really liked it. She really enjoyed making out each of the pictures, and yeah, definitely yeah, so if you've got it in your budget and your time, definitely put that one on the list. we are on our way to Queenstown along that road. We weren't going to come this way because we've been trying to avoid hills because the truck just doesn't like them that much. However, we changed our mind because it's all downhill towards Queenstown. Most people go west, mostly. Most people go west first off the boat and then have to go up all of this hill, whereas we've gone the other way and we're going down, which makes it better, so we can kind of just carefully roll down. But it is a bucketing down rain, and we weren't really counting on it to be rainy, so we're having to consider that. And the road is actually really bumpy as well, so like just kind of makes it a little trickier when you're around corners and stuff bumping. We're only going like 35 k's an hour in a 100 zone, but that's what's safe for us with our van and in the wet, really. So yeah.
I don't think anyone's going 100.
No, I don't think anyone ever does, but yeah. We're planning to stop at a couple of stops on the way, but we'll see how the weather goes.
Pretty difficult driving conditions. Definitely worth staying on the cautious side in these conditions. That's with the bumps, the slippery road, driving down rain, just all contribute. Luckily, Caravan brakes are very good. Dual axle Caravan brakes are very good, so they really help you to slow down a lot and not overwork your vehicle brakes.
I think it also, Nick, we need to mention, like, if you're following someone with a caravan on, give them some extra space and stuff like that. Most people with caravans do the right thing and pull off when they can. We just had a youth who sat up behind us really close with his high beams on, and then as soon as there was a pull off, we pulled off and he went around, but he tried to go around on sort of inappropriate spots on a bend, and then he had to duck back behind, and then he sat behind us with his high beams on. Like, it doesn't bother us because it just goes in the camera, but yeah, just think of others. Most people try to do the right thing and get out of the way, but yeah, anyway, such a beautiful drive. Alright, we got to the Franklin River Wilderness Walk. Bucket of down rain, so we sat in the truck for a little while and then got organised with umbrellas and puffer jackets and rain jackets and stuff, and then braved the rain because it lightened down a bit, lightened up, and did the beautiful walk, 25-minute walk. I think it probably took us a bit longer, but we dawdled and Daniel took photos. Nature trail, there you go. Anyway, Dan's gone back to the river spot that he saw at the start, which was near the start, not far to go back and try and capture another photo. While Ari and I go and wait out of the rain. Yeah, 1 kilometre loop. It was all flat and boardwalk and stuff as well, so very easy to do. There's a bit of sunshine happening. A bit of a sunshine glow. Look at that. Who would have thought? Anyway, yeah, really recommend that. It's absolutely beautiful.